Welcome back to Let's Play Deus Ex The Conspiracy, PlayStation 2. We finished Vandenberg Air Force Base. The two AIs have merged together and we gotta go rescue Gary Savage's daughter at a gas station. Tracer Tong's here.
JC, hello?
What's wrong?
An error. One of the experiments. I have the Great Death.
He flew into San Jose and had no way to get here.
I am not a high-order term in the equation anymore. Do not concern yourselves with me.
You aren't dead yet, Tong. Savage will take care of you.
I'm here for selfish reasons. To have access to the cure.
Let's just hope we're able to manufacture it. Savage's daughter failed to get the parts he needs for the UC. She's being held prisoner by Majestic 12.
We should get moving. Tony Mares is on the way to help Tom.
By all means, go. You don't have time to stand around on account of me.
Hop in, JC.
So how much game is left? We've got to do the gas station, we've got to go to Area 51, and we got to go to some kind of research submarine base or something that I think is in Antarctica or Alaska. Central California abandoned gas station. We're outside of Barstow. I don't know if that's I guess that would count as like southeastern. What would be in central? What is in central California? Nothing, really? I mean, Barstow's already nothing, but...
I'm gonna stay back until you have Tiffany. Then I'll touch down in the junkyard to the south. Try to make a silent approach. If the guards think it's a raid, they might decide to kill Savage's daughter.
I don't have any silenced weapons. Black van. We got a black van. We got just a void. We've got a void of a sunset to look at. Off in the distance. There's crates out there. It's probably for if you manage to jump over this. And get outside the play area. Yeah. They do try to prevent that, though. It's not letting me latch onto the... Oh, hello. Hello. Okay, we jumped into the back of the trailer. Got a crate out of it. With some darts. I don't have a dart gun, though. What happens if we jump this again and that? And then... Oh, I can't go any farther. Okay. Those crates are probably, though, if you manage to get past the trailer. Is there a way to get back in? So what do we got here? We got a door in. Door with a pipe. I don't have the key. It's a strong lock. I don't have the key. I don't think I have very many lockpicks anymore. Oh, I do have a lot of lockpicks again now. I was using up the lockpicks and then I used up the multi-tools. My resources are bouncing back and forth. I don't think blowing the door... Oh, could I jump that? That's not a ladder. Are there going to be any enemies out here? I don't think there are. The enemies are all actually up in the gas station. It's homeless people.
I'm freezing my ass off over here.
You said that already.
I'll say it again. I'm freezing my ass off.
What am I supposed to do about it?
You won't do nothing. I already told you. I'm gonna handle it.
Oh, Lord.
Shut up, both of you.
Wait a minute.
How's it going?
Down, man. It's going down and it keeps going down.
You're a long way from a city. How do you get by out here?
We were living in the gas station.
They threw us out.
The soldiers?
Yeah, I'm gonna sneak in there while they're sleeping and start a fire.
Fuck
If you
yeah.
ever did one thing you talked about doing.
I know my business, woman.
Ooh.
I'm going in there right now. What's the best way?
Myself, I was gonna take the sewer. See, I got a key.
Mind if I borrow it?
Sure, man. You go in first and scout around. I'll go later when they're fast asleep and won't suspect a thing. Need any hardware? The Army used to have a command post up there. I found weapon mods for accuracy and recoil, which you can have for $750 and $400. Also a rebreather. How about $1,500?
Give me the accuracy weapon mod for $750.
Give 'em hell.
JC, remember me?
Sandra, what are you doing in California?
Long story.
Fantastic.
How about that hardware?
Here's $400 for the recoil weapon mod.
I was gonna storm the place myself, but I guess I could use the cash. How about that hardware?
Not interested.
Yeah, I just don't have any need for a rebreather. I've got regeneration, so even if I'm drowning, I can just use my energy to regenerate. Okay, well the get gun is the most like critical thing, but yeah, it only has range, reload, and scope. I suppose we should go ahead and put the scope on us. We've got 2.
I don't have to stand for this.
Stand for what? I don't think recoil matters much on the plasma gun. Because it's so slow.
I know my right.
And we've already maxed the accuracy. Yeah, let's go ahead and put recoil on the assault rifle. Yeah, I've already done accuracy. So might as well put the rest of the accuracy on the plasma gun because I've maxed all the rest. Okay, everything's got maxed accuracy now.
You don't got rights.
Just keep my eye out for the highway patrol.
You don't got money. You don't got rights.
Oh, she really said
said
something
it.
there.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna roll over and die like a dead dog.
Sandra agrees.
Leave us be.
Why do you talk like an old witch?
I don't know you.
You're just sick.
Leave us be.
How about that hardware?
Oh, you're just gonna keep doing that. Sorry.
Not interested.
Sorry. Please talk to me. I'm not interested.
You weren't kidding about leaving New York.
Here I am, other side of the continent.
How'd you end up at a vacant gas station near the ruins of Los Angeles?
I was hitching a ride to Eugene and this jerk pulls a gun on me, takes everything I have, and dumps me on the side of the road.
That's terrible.
I was pretty down for a while.
You can always go back.
No, I know how to stick to a plan. I'll walk to Eugene if I have to.
Well, good luck.
Thanks.
Did you say the ruins of Los Angeles, JC? I don't remember that being established. That Los Angeles is in ruins, but I do kind of skip through pretty quick on the historical stuff because, you know, it's not about my story what I'm doing right now, you know? Did I just see? I did. Oh, that's a sewer access key. Is that the same key he just gave me? He gives it to you for free, though, so there's not a reason you need a different one.
Believe it or not, sometimes I miss the Ton and Janie and Jordan Shea and all the rest of it.
Yeah. You're living at an abandoned gas station. I guess you would miss the hotel.
I'll get by. I always do. Really, I'll be okay.
Well, good luck with that. Now, what have we got right here? Seems like this might be a way to get out. I don't think it's a way to get in. Like, I can't jump this high, and that's not going to count as a ladder, right? Oh, shoot. I made the jump. Holy crud. Maybe that does count as a ladder. But this frontal approach. So yeah, sewer X. Oh yeah, I guess this would be sewer. Since it's a pipe. Yeah, so you can jump up. You can jump up to the front entrance. But it's not sneaky. G. This. Oh boy. They thought gas prices in 2050 something were going to be $4 a gallon. $4 a gallon. Oh boy.
Who the hell? Gotcha.
Let's finish him off.
Look, this doesn't work at close range. So that's... There have been stealthier approaches in the history of stealth. I don't know if they actually killed the hostage yet, though. Don't know if they killed the hostage. This is still counting as the Vandenberg mission. It's showing all my Vandenberg mission objectives. Okay. Kind of wishing right now I had a dart gun. Crossbow, you know, crossbow. Oh, hello, I didn't see whatever. Oh, now the alarms are activated. Yeah, they killed her now. What am I looking at? Dogs?
JC, I'm showing that a female just went down. Tiffany, we failed. Meet me in the junkyard. We just touched down and blasted open the gates. I'll think of a way to break the news to Dr. Savage.
Hello? Whoever's out there is serious.
The Doberman is not actually attacking me. Oh. I gotta die so I can get the autosave at the beginning of the level. This is gonna be hard.
I'm gonna stay back until you have Tiffany. Then I'll touch down in the junkyard to the south. Try to make a silent approach. If the guards think it's a raid, they might decide to kill Savage's daughter.
They might.
I'm freezing my ass off over here.
You weren't kidding about leaving New York.
Here I am.
How'd you end up at... That's terrible.
I was pretty...
You can always...
No, I know how...
Well...
Thanks. Believe it or not, sometimes I miss the Ton and Janie and Jordan.
How's it going?
Huh?
Down, man. It's going down and it keeps going down.
You're a long way from a city.
We were...
They threw it.
The soldier?
Yeah,
If you...
I know
I'm going in there.
myself.
Mind if I...
Sure, man. You go in first and scout around. Give them hell. I don't have to stand for... How about that, huh? I was gonna...
I'm gonna hope that I find a dart gun that I can use temporarily. I wasn't expecting a stealth mission this late in the game. My assault rifle is silenced. But it's not huge on damage. That took a lot of bullets to put him down with headshots, but he's down. Quietly. That guy's going to be harder to put down.
Human casualty. Some fluid is here. Looks violent.
Okay. Nobody else knows about it though, right? Okay, we're good. As long as nobody else knows. Now there's dogs in the back. Dogs are a problem. Okay, that's the bridge that you could jump onto, so there's going to be a guy right here. Unless that's the guy that walked all the way over that way. Okay, it's one of those. There's one of those in the distance. Oh, god damn it.
Step out where I can see you.
Who's there?
Okay, okay. Okay, we saved her with the Rambo method. The Rambo method worked on this mission. I was hoping this was where she would be and we could kill whoever killed her. And it worked. Rambo mission worked. I'm kind of overwhelmed at the moment that it worked. Sniper pistol. Getting lots of keys that I think are all copies of the same key. Oh, an EMP grenade. Huh. So there's a way in on the roof. That's probably the way to go. I didn't see a way to get on the roof though.
Your father sent me. You all right?
They caught me at the submarine base trying to steal one of their mini-subs.
Do you really think there's a containment unit in the ocean lab?
All we need's a schematic, as long as the main computer isn't waterlogged.
We'll talk about that later. Come on, let's go.
I'm not going back to that base. You want to check it out? Great. Here's a map that shows a back way into the sub-base.
I'll check it out. First, let's get you out of here. Wait here while I deal with the guards.
Right.
Yes, you will go to the ocean lab. You will help me acquire a universal constructor.
Still looking at this Helios entity. Not sure how Paige can control it.
Are there any enemies in here, Jock? A single lock picked up in the trailer. We'll just go ahead and do that. Well, I'm not completely full. Let's make sure there's not a key. Money in the shed. Oh, there's one of those robots. Okay, good. That means I can recharge my health. Oh. Maybe not. Can I just talk to you through the... You can do it through the fence. Okay, never mind. I don't see anything else in there. 4 lockpicks. 4 lockpicks to get in there. I don't see anything else in there. Crashed car. Oh. Oh, that's easy. I'm gonna need jumpy legs to do it, but I think I can fit through there. I don't need a cell, there's a repair bot right here.
Go back for Tiffany. I'll wait here.
Okay. Just wondering if you had anything to say. Interesting. Those dogs are still going to be here. Don't forget the trailer. Now see, this level I thought was much larger. I thought this level was much larger from my memory. Oh. We got rockets. In the tanker truck, we got rockets, credits, sniper rifle, Zyme, and random junk. Just the two dogs. Ah, there's the ladder to the roof. Okay. I was wondering about that. Here's a back door that goes to an area I haven't found yet. Okay, we got lots of food and drink in the gas station, as you might expect. Cigarettes. Ah, money. Zyme. Somebody was selling Zyme under the table. That's the front door that is barricaded. Okay. I think that's this building. There's a hole in the roof. Okay. Hole in the roof if you didn't have the key. That's where Sandra is. I mean, not Sandra. What's her name? Whatever. Hey, there's something on top of the gas. See what's in the attic, even though we don't need to go here. Might be items. And there might not be. There is. Oh, and there's a vent. Where's the vent go? Cash box. Oh, no. This vent does not go over to the next room. I thought it was going to, but it won't. Okay. Binoculars? Okay, what is on top of the gas pumps? Jumpy legs. 30-06 and a flare. This would be a good level to use the sniper rifle. Briefly. So yeah, that gets you down into Tiffany's cell. Okay, back to the trailer. I guess the only thing left to do? Should have turned on my jumpy legs. Counts as 2 different doors. Plasma clip, medical... Ooh, weapon mod. A silencer. Don't ever get those. I can't put it on my... I've got 2. But I can't put it on the guns I have left unsilenced. I've already got one on my... I've already got one on my assault rifle, so... Silencer, but no... Oh, right, I forgot to actually get Tiffany. She's free, she can walk out anytime she wants, but... I gotta actually get her.
Make a break for the helicopter. It's in the junkyard.
Got it.
What did you do? Try to run through the front door? Dummy?
Are you sure it's safe?
No. There was a bomb on it earlier. I'm not sure at all. What can you lose, though?
Let's go.
Good, you both made it. Dr. Savage will be relieved.
Can you take her back to Vandenberg while I check out the submarine base? I'm gonna make another try to reach the Ocean Labs UC.
Sure, I'll drop you off on the way.
Wow, frame rate. Beautiful. There it goes. Once some of the level is no longer on screen.
Remember, this is how Tiffany was captured. You need to steal a mini-sub to get to the Ocean Lab. The base is a series of interconnected modules, with the subs in the modules submerged just offshore.
This does not look like the level I was thinking of. I might be remembering a different game, or it might be later on. Like there was snow. There was snow and caves. I might be thinking of a different game. I didn't think he was going to come all the way out here. Good thing I got a full load of rockets. A full load of rockets. Took 2. Wonder if I had my heavy weapons max, would only 1 have killed him? I'm moving a lot faster while carrying it. What is my heavy weapons skill? Middle. Oh, it's only one notch down from the top. That's why I can run full speed, pretty much. That one I might be able to do something else about. Not much in the way of computers or something over there. Oh, hello. Goodbye. That might be a security terminal right there. Or it might just be a light over the door. It's a light over the door. We got a key, sub-base key. That mech isn't moving. Is that gonna be a load screen? What are these for? We got crates. We got crates here. Is that so we can get on the roof of this? Do we want to get on the roof of this? Can we stack the crates? There we go. Even with jumpy legs, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it. So then we get our gorilla arms. Do some more stacking. There we go. Gorilla arms off. Jumpy legs on. We're on the roof, yes. There's a door. I thought there had to be with all those crates around. Okay, key. We got 2 keys. And an exploration bonus. Oh, mini crossbow. I am tempted. I'm tempted to drop that. I'm tempted to drop the plasma and take the mini, but stealthing and non-lethal isn't really... I don't think it's going to be a priority again in the game. I don't think. Well, that guy's just standing there. Supply shed command. We've got 3 different keys. Is there a door I'm missing? He's just standing still. What? I gotta remember to use my scramble grenades whenever there's a... Whenever there's a mech where there's actually enemies around it, so the mech will attack the enemies. What were you guarding? A pillar? Great. Why is he standing in the corner looking at the... I don't think I've missed anything. I think there's only one way to go. I do have the throwing knives if I ever want to do stealth.
You'll probably come across scientists of mine who were captured and forced to work in the genetics labs. Maybe they'll lend a hand.
Son of a...
That doesn't sound like a scientist who's going to lend a hand. My pistol is maxed. I might as well use it for now.
For the head.
I mean, I'm tough enough. I could just run and gun through here now if I want.
That's it.
Oops. I didn't kill the... No, okay. I didn't kill the scientist. Okay.
That's him. Watch yourself. This one's some kind of mess.
He's a thoroughly dangerous man. Okay, we're on the roof. There's a radio tower. There's a radio tower, there's a lower ledge. It's a higher ledge. There's the water over there. I always forget that those guys blow up when he kills them. The Men in Black. The weird thing is I hear another robot, but I haven't seen one yet. Hi, dudes. You're cool,
You,
right?
Denton?
Savage said to expect someone on a mission to the Ocean Lab.
Denton's an old code name from my UNATCO days, but it seems to have stuck.
I have a map of the facility. Also, you can use my login. A. Pinkerton, password, Antennapedia. You will need it for the computers in the URV bay.
Thanks. You one of the scientists Savage lost to Majestic 12?
My situation here is temporary. I still report to Gary Savage.
All right. We received a password. And, oh, a map. I don't know where I am now or where I'm going in though, so...
Non-technical personnel must stay in the common areas. Regulations forbid us from talking to outsiders.
Okay.
Oh, you won't find anything in here.
What is that accent?
Why do you stay? They have a gun to your head?
You could say that. They have us doing standard experiments on marine animals. Homeotic stuff.
Doesn't sound too sinister.
Either they don't know what to do with us, or the significance of the data is a well-kept secret.
Oh, hang in there.
Tell Gary I'd do it again. No questions asked.
All right. Tell Gary that you want to do it with him. Okay. There's a thing on the floor. But there's a thing here too. There's a thing on the floor. There's water to swim in. There's not a small crate. We're gonna need jumpy legs to get in the water. Oh, it just goes around and back. Oh, shoot. There's some sort of monster in here with me. Don't like monsters in the water. Baby car can. Oh, there's multiple different ways to go. We're in the Karkian pens, I guess. Am I looping back on myself? I must be looping back on myself. There's a hole in the ground there. Oh, he went down from one sword hit. Babies are weak. Go down the hole. JC? Oh, this... So that's the same hole I came... Okay. I don't think it goes anywhere else. Where's the hole in the ground that I found? The vent, I mean. There it is. Like, go down. Nothing. The ladder, where's the ladder go? Oh. It's hidden behind crates. Hello.
I'm working.
Just the, yeah, that's the room where I shot that guy. Another silencer. Another silencer. Look. There might still be vent to explore, but... I think we're done on this floor. Except for the vent. Oh wait. There's a door here. It only takes one bypass, but I don't have a lot of bypass tools. Let's see if we can get a code at some point. So, upper door has a locked door. Upper floor has a locked door. Remember that. This is dead end. So that's the vents explored fully. Let's go down a floor. Working our way down from the top. We talked to everybody in here, right? Wait, oh, it's a plant.
Are you mad? We haven't fed that Karkian in 2 days.
This is a new room.
Why not?
We're going to scope the digestive tract.
Was trying to avoid the guards.
Well, do what you will. To tell the truth, I could care less about this ridiculous experiment. The hatch code is 1223.
What hatch?
Someone should expose what's going on here.
I think that's just where I was swimming around earlier. Are these openable?
This laboratory's treatment of animals is abominable.
Alright, I assume this is where I was swimming around with the Karkian. Yep. So we found a room we hadn't been in before. This is the room I thought we were in.
The serious research around here.
I can't help you.
Okay. The point is, go down another floor. I think now we're ready. That's going to be too many floors. No, I didn't fully explore the last place. We got to go back. We've got to go back. Is this like labeled at all? It doesn't tell you what that is when you go into it. That's the roof. Okay. Where's like just some normal stairs? How do you guys go up and down? You scientists. You're not doing all this ladder climbing. Okay, there's some stairs. Wait, is this the way I came in though? What the heck? How do you get to that next floor down though? Stairs go down here. That's nothing. How do I get off on this floor and look around? Okay, if I jump down here. Now I'm down here. Now I'm outside. There's got to be more area in there, right? Because we're like 3 stories up. Am I just overestimating the size of the level? I feel like there's another floor beneath me. This goes... That's the one that goes... No, that's a different ladder. Right? No, I guess not. There's water. Okay, well, how do I get back up? How do I get back up to the one locked door then, in that case? I can't go down, so how do I go up? Does this go up? This goes up. I really thought there was another level. Alright, full health ammo. Now let's go to the next part. Let's see if I can find that thing again this time. No. The answer is no, I can't find that thing again. These twisty-turny up and downs are not something my sense of direction can parse. Now we're going. I think that's enough for now. When we come back, we will be in the submarine base. Yeah, there's enemies there. We'll deal with that next time. We're at the submarine base, about to hijack a submarine. Got squelching noises. Submarines next time on Deus Ex, the Conspiracy.